Hi, Brian McCorder here, author of The X Factor Business and The Dragon Slayer. And I want to talk to you about achieving goals today, achieving dreams. Most of us have things that we would still like to achieve in life, dreams on the back burner that we maybe haven't had the motivation to pursue. Maybe past failures have racked up in our life and we just don't have that belief that we can achieve it. Well, there's a motivation equation that you can use to help motivate you to drive you towards those dreams. Okay, so let's look at this motivation equation. There's nothing more important than the motivation to drive us forward. We need something to pull us. I mentioned in a video, The Easy Life, that the easy life isn't a life of ease, it's a life of believing that you can achieve the goals that you're going after, that they pull you forward like a marathoner who knows he's going to cross that finish line. You're running those 26 miles with confidence. So let's look at this motivation equation real quickly. Okay, so our motivation equation goes like this. We have expectancy times value over impulsivity times delay. Okay, before I explain it and get into it here, it's very important to decide what we're going to go after in terms of our goals with a lot of thought. Again, Henry Ford had it right when he said that if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And that's that expectancy. What we need to be motivated and drive us forward is our expectancy, and the value of the goal has to be stronger than our impulsivity and delay. And with expectancy, looking at that first, expectancy is just the belief that we're going to achieve the goal. I like how self-made billionaire W. Clement Stone put it. If it's achievable, or if it's believable, it's achievable. It begins with that belief. So we need to set our goals, again, with a lot of thought and really believe that we can achieve them. If you don't believe you can achieve the goal, you're probably not going to be very motivated towards going after it. When we're overwhelmed by a goal, we decide at some point that we can do it. We really have two choices to help us to get back on track. And what those are is bring in more support and resources, so get help from other people, to, draw in others to help you to achieve that goal, or dial it back a little bit. Rather than running a marathon, maybe the goal should be starting out by a half marathon or doing some 5Ks or just getting a daily running routine going. But we need to be very clear on what that goal is, and it's got to be something that we believe we can do. Again, that's that first part of that equation. The value is, again, the goal has to be something that you really want. The more we want it, the more motivated we're going to be to go after it. Like that young boxer who wants that gold medal at the Olympics. That dream drives them to training. Again, the pursuit of even starting a garden in your backyard or going after a college degree or whatever, we've got to see tremendous benefit. We've got to see how that ideal state of having that item is better than our current state of where we're at today. If we're going to have control over impulses and delay, we've got to be able to believe it, and we've got to see that it's a goal that has tremendous value to us. The more value it has, the stronger the motivation is going to be to pull us forward. And us to lose weight, we've got to see it as having that ideal body and all the great things that are going to be connected to it. Maybe more energy, attracting that perfect mate, living a more active lifestyle, things along that line. Okay, for impulsivity and delay, again, those are the things that are holding us back. Impulsivity, if you look at short-term thinking, how our brain works moment to moment, we tend to be ruled by impulses, feelings, and emotions. If we're going to take control over those, We need long-term thinking. We need, something down the road that gives us the ability to be strong and have discipline over the things we want right now. Again, for that person who's trying to lose weight that wants a Snickers bar right now, again, we've got to learn to delay the gratification to get what we want. Again, that delayed gratification, that's basically taking control over those impulses, feelings, and emotions. The ability to say no now to something better later. Stanford University did a series of tests involving small children around the ages of 5, where they offered them a marshmallow now, or you can wait 15 minutes and get 2 marshmallows. And it was a test on delayed gratification and see how well these toddlers could do it, how strong their discipline was. And they found several amazing things with this. They found that the children that were able to delay gratification, later on they followed these kids and looked at their performance in school and found that the kids that were able to delay gratification actually had better SAT scores. They actually found that the ability to delay gratification outperformed IQ tests in determining success by a factor of 2. So for people like me that aren't super intelligent, this is very important. The ability to gain discipline, to have control over impulsivity and delay gratification was kind of a nice equaler, for those of us that aren't Einstein, so to speak. So here's the equation. Again, this is what we need to look at when we're setting our goals, and we need to put all these factors in place. We've got to believe that we can achieve the goal. The goal has to have something of tremendous value to us, and we've got to understand that we're going to have hurdles. It's going to require some discipline. We've got to be able to hold out over those feelings, impulses, and emotions and be able to delay that gratification. Now here's kind of a bonus point for you. Again, when determining that goal and what you're going to go after, a lot of our goals can be very lofty, like say starting a business, writing a book, getting a college degree. Every day you need to have, the last thing you do before going to bed or before winding up your day is determine that one thing you're going to do to move you forward that next day. When we decide one thing, that gives us real clarity, because when you have that one thing set, everything else is a distraction. So have that one thing that you're going to go after, that one thing that's going to move you forward, and again, everything else, distraction. And we'll have good days and bad days, but at least if we have that mindset, we're using the motivation equation, we've got our one thing, we've got our goal, we're probably going to make it. The second bonus tip I'd give you is, remember, as part of that delay, that we got to hold the course of time. You got to give time and effort a chance. If you've heard of the stone breaking principle, you'll have a boulder and a person, whacking it with a huge sledgehammer over and over and over again, with seemingly nothing happens. Then on like that 400th try, the boulder breaks in half. Well, it wasn't that one strike, it was all the strikes added up to that one strike. Again, we will do things and it'll seem like we're not getting any benefit, that nothing's happening, but things are. Again, another term for this is the law of the harvest. The law of the harvest says if you plant tomatoes, with time you'll grow tomatoes. You don't plant a seed, go out the next day, look and go, oh, nothing's happening, and then dig it up. We think that's silly. Well, same with our efforts. We can't control often when we'll hit our goal, when we'll get our dream, when we'll get that thing that we're pursuing. All we can do is keep working the work. Water the seed, give it the sunshine, do what you can, and then have faith again and leave the rest in God's hands. But we want to always be watching our process and tweaking it to make it better and better. In other words, view life as a bit of an experiment and learn from what you're doing. Hopefully this helped you out. Again, motivation equation. Give it a try with your next goal. Use it to help you decide your goals.